Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luthais, and today I am going to be showing you the melee weapon skill guide. Okay, an in-depth melee weapon skill guide in our skill guide series. And yes, when it comes to melee weapons, this is definitely, like most of you would know, this is definitely one of my favorite skills to put points into with my starting build. Okay, because I know I can build up rifles and handguns very easily in events. We have already discussed brawling, so we know brawling is not viable. Okay, so that only leaves melee weapons and archery. Okay, the reason that I like melee weapons is because I can build up archery quite quickly in game. Okay, I can get close to advanced plus, or no, not advanced plus. I can get close to advanced within a week if I use my bow regularly, and of course if I find a cool bow kit in a cargo drop, or I find a nice compound bow, then I can use it right through the game for various reasons. Okay, but the reason that I always go for melee weapons is when it comes to melee weapons of brawling, they level up roughly at the same pace. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go through your three basic weapons that you can craft right at the start of the game. Okay, you can craft a small stone axe right at the start of the game. You can craft a big stone axe, okay, which works just like a normal big axe, or does the same amount of damage. If you guys want to go look at the specific damage numbers, I did cover all the damage numbers in my master series, okay. And then you can craft improvised stone spear, because there are stones in the forest where you start, okay? So you can make a stone spear. You're gonna need to get to a town or a settlement or somewhere where you can get scrap metal to get the metal spear, okay? Because you need scrap metal for the metal spear. So we're just gonna cover the three basic weapons, melee weapons, that you can use at the beginning of the game. And then we're gonna go through the melee weapons that you can find later in the game, okay? And of course, I will include the katana in this, because the katana is a very, very powerful weapon. But when it comes to finding stuff and crafting stuff, the metal sword is, of course, a very, very nice weapon to use. The medieval sword that you normally get at the castles is definitely one of my favorites because of its speed and the damage that it does. And then the sledgehammer I don't really use because of the speed, but I am going to show you guys the difference between no melee skill, okay, and an advanced melee skill. So you guys, again, like always, we start with absolutely no skills. So when we hold control over the melee weapons, it says melee weapons is a skill that enables you to use knives, axes, clubs, and other handheld weapons. It is raised by doing damage with melee weapons to players, NPCs, and base building elements. So you can even hit your own base building elements, okay? It influences melee weapon attack speed, available combo attacks, and melee weapon damage. Now, we read that in brawling as well, okay? Attack speed, available combos, but blocking efficiency, okay? And I know a lot of you don't block, okay? Blocking does help a lot, but most of us do not block, okay? So this is where the melee weapon skill really comes out, is the melee weapon damage that you're able to do, plus the attack speed, and of course the available combos, okay? So let's do the test again. If you take the basic stone axe and you go hit a tree, okay, you're going to get 1 XP. So it's basically just like the brawling, not worth it to hit a tree, okay? So now, of course, we're going to spawn in a puppet, basically the same puppet as what we spawned in with the brawling, okay, the muscular puppet. And we've got no melee skill, okay? So our stamina is a big issue here, because with no melee skill, we're attacking quite slowly, okay? So we have to really focus on our stamina. If we don't focus on our stamina, we are going to get hit sometimes, okay? So that is a small stone axe. Not bad at all, okay? So now we're going to swap to the big stone axe. Remember, we've got no melee skill, guys. I want you guys to see this difference, okay? So now we're using the big stone axe, okay? And here, stamina is going to be a major problem as well because we take very long to swing. So we must basically build it up. We must click before the puppet is by us, okay? And it does quite a lot of damage. If I can remember my Master Series, it was close to 35 damage, where the small stone axe only does about 23, 24 damage, okay? So a very, very good weapon, except it takes a lot of stamina. So when I hit with a stone axe, it takes about 11% of my stamina, where if I hit with a small stone axe, okay, same amount of stamina. So it's the timing that's very, very important, okay? And then of course if you go to the spear and we spawn in the same muscle puppet, again, you can't really attack very fast, but you can keep them at a distance, okay? So you just move back. As they move forward, you move back. They move forward, you move back, and you just repeat the step. You want to move back as much as possible, but you can see the amount of shots is a little bit more, okay? And when we look at the big axe, okay, let's see how fast we can attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our stamina is not really disappearing, okay? Our stamina is staying quite nice while swinging this, okay? Now, as we get better, we start crafting a metal sword, and we can see the advantage of a metal sword. Now, speed and damage, okay, is a factor, but because we've got no melee skill, we can't really stay against him because we're not hitting him fast enough to keep him staggered. So it is possible for him to still hit us, okay? So again, what you want to do with them is just come in, hit them, okay, and just back off or go to the side, whatever you want to do, okay, and you will see the damage output is quite good for the metal sword. And then of course the medieval sword is also a very, very nice weapon to have, okay? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but we can swing the metal sword very, very, very fast. We're gonna run out of stamina with the metal sword, but we can swing it very, very fast. And the other advantage of the crafted metal sword, not the medieval sword, is also that we can swing it quite fast, okay? And then we get to the weapon that I don't really like using, but I want to show you guys the speed of it, because that's the only thing that gets you killed, is when you run out of stamina, you know, and you get teamed up on. Now with a fast weapon, even if there's 3 puppets on you, you can manage them. With a sledgehammer, okay, because your swings are so slow, you're gonna have to manage it. But we do see, because we're swinging so slow, it's very difficult for us to run out of stamina, okay? So if we're like jogging around, okay, we can swing, okay? We are going to run out of stamina because we're running. But if we just jog, this is walking, this is jogging. So if we just jog around like this, okay, we can manage our stamina. But of course you can't. Yes, your stamina does, you know, your stamina doesn't drain when you stand still. But it's very difficult to stand still with a sledgehammer. But now let's look at the damage output again of the sledgehammer, okay? Again, I have to swipe before he comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, yes, it does kill puppets faster, but you can see this at the speed at which we swing. 1, same with the big axe. 2, 3. Okay? So you guys can go, you know, write down how many swings it took me for these various weapons. Okay? And now we're going to go to a character with an advanced melee skill, and then you guys can decide, is this really worth it for you or not really worth it? Okay? And then, of course, with the puppets that we've killed, look at our XP, guys. We killed like 5 or 6 puppets there. Okay? 185 XP. That is the big thing for me. Your XP with your melee weapon builds up just as slowly as your XP with brawling. So it's not really something that I want to level up in game, because at the beginning of the game, yes, we are going to use melee weapons, okay? But at the end, like medium, like halfway past the wipe, or at the end, at end game, we're going to use weapons. Okay, so it's never really going to be a skill that we use, except in close quarters like bunkers. And of course in a kill box. If you can, if you've got advanced melee weapons in a kill box with a katana, then you're going to basically one-shot almost everything. Okay? Because even without a melee skill. Let me just spawn in a katana here. Okay. Even without a melee skill, guys, a katana is extremely, extremely dangerous. Okay. Okay. Extremely dangerous, extremely fast. Yeah, but Luthais, armored puppets fall down in the kill box. Luthais, Can we stand up to military armored puppets? Because they fall a lot in the kill box. Okay, well, let's see. I think so, guys. I think so. Okay, and the big thing is a katana. Okay, a katana is not very big, so you can bring it with you. Okay, let me just drop this quickly. You can bring a katana with you. It doesn't take up a heck of a lot of slots. So if you, guys, I will never, ever bring a primary weapon into a kill box. Okay? I'll either have, worse, if you're really scared of a kill box with the puppets dropping down, you want one rifle with a bayonet on it. Because with a bayonet, you can one-shot all the puppets, okay? That's going to be very powerful. But me personally, at end game, or when I get ready for a kill box, then I use a pistol. I use a pistol that I can put in my pistol holster, and then I have a ton of space in my backpack so that I can put the guns. I mean, there's 4 rooms in the kill box that gives you guns. And then there's 1 room in the kill box that gives you a C4 part, okay? So, if you're solo, you need to carry at least 4 weapons. So that's the first weapon, that's the second weapon, and then you need at least 2 slots in your backpack. If you don't have enough slots left, then you must put the 3rd weapon in your backpack, and you must carry the 4th weapon on you, and just make sure that you don't interact with anything, like you don't drop this 3rd weapon. But you can carry 3 weapons here, and you can carry 1 weapon there, okay? Which is very important. So you can see now, we've only got 3 strength, guys, which we can level up to 8 strength. And we've got no melee skill, which does affect the damage, okay? And your strength influence your carry weight and your melee damage again, okay? And calorie burning. So it affects your melee damage again. So what I'm telling you, your melee skill is very viable in the beginning of the game, because it's going to keep you alive. But if you don't really see the advantages of it, then once you get to 5 strength, you can start with the character with 5 strength, but once you get to 5 strength, which you can level up in game, and even better, if we're looking at end game, once you get to 8 strength, then you will be one-shotting every puppet with a katana, and you'll probably be one-shotting any player that doesn't have armor on him. Okay? The only difference between the katana and the sledgehammer is that a katana adds bleeding markers to a puppet and a player. A sledgehammer or a blunt weapon can knock a puppet out, so it's giving you time to run away, or it can knock a player out. Okay? And that is the one reason why I like the club with nails. Not really because it's a lot better than the axes, the knockout power on a player. So I can stun him because I can attack him really, really fast. But the fact that I can knock him out, and then kill him while he's on the ground, or I am surrounded by a horde and I can knock down at least one of them to focus on the rest that's left. I can take them out of the action for a few seconds. And if you're in a forest and you're being overwhelmed with the thin puppet, you can knock the thin puppet out and just run through a bush, and the puppet will lose you. Okay? So let's quickly look at the advanced melee skill. Again, guys, the leveling of it is not very fast. Again, I'm recording this video quite late at night, so I'm gonna do a brawling event with Dills probably, okay? And then tell you guys, because in the brawling event, you're one-shotting all the players, okay? All of you are one-shotting each other. It's the best way to build up fame in the game, but I will tell you guys, hey guys, if you don't want to put any points into melee weapons at the beginning of the game, hitting a tree and hitting puppets is going to take forever, but maybe because the damage in the brawling event is up, that you one-shot everybody, maybe that's an increase in skill points. But after the video, you can just go down to the comments, and the first comment there will be mine, where I tell you guys how many skill points you get when doing an event with another player, okay, one-shotting them. And then you guys can make an informed decision. So let's quickly get to the advanced character. Okay, guys, here we are again. Exactly the same weapons, okay? But the only difference now is we've got an advanced melee weapon skill, okay? Which, of course, increases the weapon attack speed, the available combos, and the melee weapons. Now, yes, you're going to hit faster, but for all of you that like to use heavy weapons, okay, let me show you how that gives you an advantage, because with a combo, you do a quick double shot, okay? But with a short weapon, as you hit the puppet once, then you hit him again, and normally on your third hit, you do a combo, a quick 1-2. But if you're using a short weapon, then your third hit actually staggers the puppet back, and then a lot of times you miss the second part of the combo, okay? Because it's 1-2. That one usually staggers the puppet back, and then you don't get in that second shot. But with a longer weapon, you will always get the second shot, because even if you stagger him, he doesn't go out of your range for that second shot, which means most of the time with a big axe, which you can craft right at the beginning of the game, or with a sledgehammer, you're going to kill most puppets with three hits, because on your third hit, you're going to do a combo, okay? So let's start with this basic weapon again, and then we're just going to spawn in exactly the same puppet as always. Okay, this is not exactly the same puppet, so let me show you the combo here, okay? Let's take out the big chief. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So that took a little bit longer because it's the armored puppet. But you need to do it consecutively. Like you go 1, 2, 1. Okay? Okay. So basically, the combo just happens when you're fighting a puppet. So let's get the same puppet again so that we can look at how long it takes to kill him. Okay, so here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the combo helps you a lot to speed up the time that it takes you to kill a puppet. Okay, a thin puppet's going to die extremely quickly. But again, if we take the sledgehammer, okay, it's going to be the same. Because of the combo that you get with advanced melee weapons, it's going to help you a heck of a lot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we don't even need the fourth shot. Okay, so we need to test that a bit more. The armored puppet. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yes, he's tough with his armor. Okay, but again, when you don't get a lot of them, but at least you know what you're running into. But now, if you take like the skinny ones, yeah, take a skinny one. Okay, 2 shots. Again, a skinny one. This is the wrong axe that I've got with me now. Where's the other axe? 1, 2, 3. And that's the other thing, guys. Remember how fast we hit. Look how fast we hit now. That's the axe. Remember the speed of the sword? Makes a major difference, guys. A major, major difference. They haven't got time to react. Sometimes they want to hit through your shots, but with an advanced melee skill, they don't have the time to react. Okay? Now where's our axe? Okay, so we know that is OP. So this axe you can craft right in the beginning of the game. Okay, so you run into a thin puppet. Okay, and you run into a muscle puppet. 1, 2. Okay, didn't do the combo there, but in any case, we can still duke him. Let's do that again. We can do this in 1, 2, 3, 4. There the combo comes in. So when you're attacking something, your third shot will always be a combo. Okay, and then when you use something like the medieval sword, nothing's going to get time. They're not going to have time to hit back, guys. They're not going to have time to hit back. Okay? So, how does that compare to a katana? Which, I want to show you guys that it's better to start with advanced melee weapons, because you're not going to be able to get to advanced melee weapons. Doesn't matter, how long you play, unless you grind it, which you don't want to do. But you might not think that the advanced melee weapons helps you a lot at the beginning of the game. I think it does, but if you can maybe argue with me, okay, about that point. But at end game, when you end up with a character, maybe you start with a character with 5 strength, and then if you build up your character to 8 strength, then the katana becomes extremely lethal. Okay, yes, you can put a bayonet on a gun, okay? But it's very easy to get a melee weapon. What I'm saying is, if you get killed and you can sneak up on your killer, even if he's fully geared, and you can get on top of him, he's a dead man walking. But if you didn't have the advanced melee weapon skill, it might be difficult for you to stagger him, because as soon as you hit the player, he's going to automatically want to run away. Now, if you hit him too slow, he will have the opportunity to run away. But if you've got advanced melee weapons with a fast weapon, you're going to stagger him to death, and he just won't have time to run away, and you're going to kill him, and you get all that, you get all that back. But now, make an argument, like again, we're going to talk about the other skills, but, make an argument for rifles. Yes, it helps you when you've got a gun and a crossbow, but how many times is it going to help you when you've died? To try and get your loot back, to try and kill the player that killed you. What can you craft really, really quickly? A short axe and a long axe. And yes, you can kill him with a short axe. You can kill a player with a short axe, okay? The bow skill is, of course, my second favorite, but we're not going to cover that right now. So now we're going to go to a skinny puppet and a katana. Okay, I'm in a kill box. So when the puppets drop down, I want to focus these guys, because these guys are the only ones that can kill me, okay? Secondly, I want to focus the fat ones and the strong ones. Okay, that one's sorted out. And thirdly, I want to sort out this guy. That's with 3 strength, guys. So clearly you can see it does a heck of a lot of damage, and it is applicable. It is good right through the game. But, so I want this, okay? And how much do we get? How much do we get per hit on a puppet? Let's get a skinny puppet here. Let's just get that skill points. We've got 4,000. We've got 4,000 skill points. Let's get a skinny puppet here. 116 XP. Okay? It's going to take forever. 116 XP divided by 10 million XP points. It's going to take forever for you to get your melee weapons to a great skill in game. You're going to go out of your way to farm skill points with the melee weapon, guys. So at the end of the day, that is why I love the skill at the start, because it helps me a lot. And then right through the game, I've got reasons to use it, and then I can level it up slowly but surely over 6 months to get to Advanced Plus. Okay, depending on how much I use it. But I don't want to do it in game. So it is a great skill, but you don't want to level it up in game because it's just tedious and you've got a lot better things to do with your time. Okay, like leveling up your thievery or your demolition or looting. You've got a ton of things to do. Ton of things that are more important to level up than leveling up your melee weapons. Okay, so this is the one skill that you need to pick in your starting build. So on the starting build, I give it a 10 out of 10. When it comes to the other option of leveling up the skill in game, I give it a 2 out of 10. Okay? But that's why I love the skill. Hopefully you guys understand it now. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. And again, guys, I've only got 3 strength. Okay, so I've got the max damage here when I start with advanced melee weapons. Every single puppet I kill, I'm going to gain skill points, but I'm not even thinking about 10 million points because that's going to take forever. Just like if I start with no melee skill, that's also going to take freaking forever, to get like to medium melee. Well, probably be starting to do some combos. And yeah, I can just use it. I can rely on it, and it will save my life a lot, and it will enable me to run into a car. Like I don't know how many of you have seen this, but I've run into a cargo drop. Like I've spawned into a server, a cargo drop lands close to me. I get an axe. I can craft an axe really, really quickly. I can craft a bow as well, but I want to get into the cargo drop, and then a few times I've run into the cargo drop. The guy that heard me coming, was waiting for me, and then I can jump in there quickly. Okay, if he's fast, he'll probably kill me, but a lot of players aren't fast. They lie down, and they're scared. So I can get past them, and then I can stagger them and kill them. So I have spawned onto a server, run to my first cargo drop with the stone axe, and kill the fully geared player. And I'm fully geared. Okay, that's one example. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's one example. And then a lot of the times, someone has killed me in a house. Like if he kills me on an open field, it's going to be a little bit difficult to kill him. He's probably going to see me coming. But if he's killed me in a house, then I don't care if he looks at the window. The house has got I don't care if he's looking at the door. The house has got windows, so he doesn't know which way I'm coming in. He hears me running to the house where he killed me in, but he doesn't know where I'm going to come in. Okay? So as soon as I jump through the window, I don't make a sound, and only when I hit the ground, he can tell himself, oh shit, because I know where he died, or I know where I died, and he's probably looting me. So I've got the advantage of what angle I want to enter that house in, or what angle I want to enter the bunker in. And then I've gotten my loot back like that. So it's got so much functionality, and that is why I always include this in my builds, my ultimate builds that I tell you guys to take. Okay, brawling isn't worth it. These two we can level up really quickly. I think I leveled up my rifle skill to Advanced Plus within a week or 2 on Survival Evolved. By not grinding it, just having fun with the community, like 1 to 3 events per day maximum. Okay, I got my rifle skill to Advanced Plus. And then, it's going to take you a little bit longer for your handguns. And then it's going to take you a little bit longer for your sniping. Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to go down like this, guys. So in the next video, we're going to cover archery, which is my second favorite skill in the game. But we're going to discuss the advantages of starting with it and then leveling it up, and how applicable is it for you in game. Hopefully you guys can understand that this is applicable for everything. Puppets, PvP, kill box, bunkers, getting your body back, killing someone in a cargo drop quickly, stunning someone that doesn't see you coming. It's just got a lot of advantages. So if you like this video, do me a favor and just press that like button. And if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, then click that sub button, guys. See you guys next time, where we're going to cover archery. Cheers. One last thing, guys, in case anyone was wondering. You can have a viable build like this with the next wipe, okay? You can start with the character with 5, 1 constitution, because this is the attribute that you can level up fastest in game, and 3 dexterity and 3 intelligence. So you can start with the character with advanced melee, medium rifle, and basic archery, okay? Which is a very nice all-rounder. So you'll be able to use a bow quite efficiently right at the start. You'll have strength to pull back the bow, so you'll probably be able to use any bow in the game. And then you've got at least medium rifles right from the start of the game. You can still level up in events, but at least right from the get-go, you'll be fine with the recoil control of rifles, which we are going to cover in, after the archery. But in any case, 5 strength, advanced melee, okay? What difference does it make? Definitely a lot faster, guys. Definitely a lot faster. Okay, we're probably going to kill this guy with 1 shot. Yeah, going to break his back. And then where's that muscle one? Three shots, okay? Yeah, 3 shots. And then, of course, when you get a katana, okay, I don't know why I spawned in the katana, but in any case, when you get the katana, start with it. Okay, of course, we're going to kill the skinny one with 1 shot, guys. Two shots for the muscle one. Look at that speed, guys. Look at that speed combined with the strength. I hope you guys saw that. Two shots with 5 strength. Okay? Have a great day, guys. Cheers.